What's up, everybody? I'm back. It's your boy. Welcome, my ninjas and my battle axes. You feel me? So we got a headline in the news today. This morning, I woke up. I seen it earlier this morning on He Was With. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, shout out to the Game Spitter. You feel me? I seen it on his channel. Go check him out. You know what I'm saying? So basically, Shannon Sharpe is in the news for allegedly, I guess there was a female that he was dealing with that now all of a sudden, he signed this $100 million contract. Now all of a sudden she won't have like this his wife or something like that. It's bananas. It's crazy. So now I seen maybe about an hour ago, now they're saying like, they're reporting basically like Shannon Sharpe's accuser done released some sort of audio like, I'm a blank and choke the blank out of you. You feel me? So once again, all this is alleged. You know what I mean? Shout out Shannon Sharpe. You know what I'm saying? Word. But the woman in question, I guess maybe we're not supposed to say her name or whatever. Whatnot. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the rules, but you know what I'm saying? I'll figure them out along the way. Back to the story at hand. You feel me? The woman is accusing Shannon Sharpe of, or the R word, snatchies. You know what I'm saying? So the woman is accusing Shannon Sharpe of snatchies, has now released an audio of a conversation she says she had with the Pro Football Hall of Famer. And in it, Sharpe, she says, can be heard telling her he's going to blanking choke the blank out of her. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but sometimes those experiences can get a little overzealous. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about in a negative sense. I mean, like, certain people have certain preferences and likings in their certain time, certain place, if you get what I'm getting at, you feel me? So is she referring to that, or is she trying to, like try to take it from that, let it be that type scenario or that type that, like, basically she's taking it out of context. Is she taking that out of context where it's like, yeah, he might have said that. Yeah, he might have said it verbally. Yeah, he might have texted her. But he might have thought they was, you know what I'm saying? Or matter of fact, he was responding to her during a time in which that they could have been referring to, you know what I mean, getting frisky. You feel me? They could have been getting their 9 lives on. You feel me? They could have been getting their fancy feast on. You feel me? Like, it could have been anything. That don't mean it was necessarily, I could have said it. I could have texted. Doesn't mean it was in the context of me really talking about, I'm a strangle the light. No, it could have just been in, you know what I mean? Like I said, they could have been getting their 9 lives, they friskies, they fancy feast on. You feel me? Like, who knows? It says Jane Doe's attorney, which her attorney looks like Tony Busby, sent a 1 minute and 36-second clip on Tuesday to TMZ Sports, alleging the convo or the conversation took place at some point toward the end of his client's relationship with ESPN's personality. What does this lady, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like this should be like, forget feel like, it should be illegal to come up with things it's like just because, right, you're a girl or a female or a woman, whatever you like to identify or label or categorize yourself as, them as, you can't just say whatever you want, meaning like make allegations and claims with the hopes of messing somebody's life up or getting some money with no truth to it, or the truth that is told in the situation, like it's bent, it's taken from one place and put somewhere else to look like it was something different, like it was malice or it was it was intended to be some. No, there should be a law without men even having a. Oh, I'm gonna sue her. I'm gonna press charges now. Now that I've went through the ringer and I gotta be publicly humiliated and go through all this nonsense just because a female got a bad day. She feels like this. She feels like that. She thinks like this. She thinks like that. And she wants to take it out and use the courts or the police department as a weapon. That should be illegal. The law is, I mean, the judicial system themselves should come up with some sort of like, okay, you're saying this man, this gets even crazier. So now they like a long pause ensues. This is all in the video. A long pause ensues, and the woman, doe, a deer, the female deer, can be can can be heard telling Sharpe, "I don't want to be choked." But Sharpe replies, but Sharpe can be heard replying, "Yes, you do." I think his full reply or his full response was, "Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter." Now, wait a minute. This to me, once again, sounds like kibbles and bits, friskies, 9 lives, fancy feast time. That's how I talk. You know what I'm saying? When I'm on the catwalk, you feel me? Like that's how when I'm up in the zone, but anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like that type, her sending that as some sort of like cornerstone or pillar of evidence of that's not that they could be talking about fancy feast, 9 lives, kibbles and bits. You feel me? That don't necessarily mean it was, you know what I'm saying? Right. He was ready to earthworm Jimmer. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. That don't even make no sense. So now they get into the context of the conversation. The context of the conversation is not yet clear. The parties, what look, I'm gonna say purportedly, but I think they meant reportedly. The parties reportedly had a history of using graphic language showing a consensual, dominant, and submissive relationship, of subservient relationship. Thank you. Text messages Sharpe's attorney shared on Monday showed the woman did once ask him to put a dog collar around her neck and choke her with it while being tickle me Elmo. While being tickle me Elmo, the doe, the deer, the female deer. No funny. You wouldn't believe me even if I told you, so I'm gonna have to show you. And I couldn't even make this up in a million years if I tried. Look who moseys on along as I speak on, I guess maybe they name. Look, I'm gonna show you. Look. Just so you don't think I'm capping, that deer came out of nowhere and walked across. Those are the trees. Yeah, I mean, remember when it went around the corner? That's the angle. It's real life. Matter of fact, here, just so you don't think I'm capping, this is, you know what I mean? I had my work hat on. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, yo, it's another video. Look, I had my work hat. This the hat I had on. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely didn't. The deer came out of nowhere. It could have just heard me be on some like doe, a deer, a female deer. I don't know. It just came out of nowhere. Pause, but right.
Anyhow, back to the business. Got a little off track.
Was asking Shannon Sharpe to put a dog collar around her neck while he was tickling the Elmo. While he was tickling her Elmo. You feel me? Like, but now she gonna try to take that same type convo and try to make it like he's a monster.
Monster. Yeah, okay.
Anyway, man, let me climb up out the spot acting like I ain't got to go back to the WORK. You feel me? Hold on. Turn the nuclear. Let me turn off the machine. The machine. Hold on, let me make sure that deer ain't over here. His mom's come over here and stomp me out. Some stupid shit. Hold on. So, long story short, the moral of the story is, hold on, got a Sprite remix the section real quick. The moral of the story is, man, look, man, look. First off, honesty. If I was y'all, I'm videotaping and recording everything. Save all text messages, save all video recordings. Let it be known, yo, look, I'm like, yo, look, at my spot, look, I'm gonna have up the signs that say audio and video at all times, every room. Ain't no surprises, ain't no secrets. This ain't for no perversion. It's just for solely my safety. You feel me? Because ain't nobody got time for none of that. Nobody got time for none of that. And please tell me, what on earth, or I don't care about all the snatchies and the fifth, unless you got left with something that can't be, you know what I'm saying, like a kid, oh, or some sort of terrible, you know what I'm saying, some sort of, like, you know what I mean, unfortunate thing you can't remove. You just stuck for life with it. 50 million? For what? Then I heard she, you was talking all that, and then mind you, at the same time, you was going on trips, or you was going to see him, you was laid up, y'all was playing house, right? I thought you was scared. And then I seen at the end of long story short, man, look, leave them all alone. This is why, right? The does, the diz, the female diz, with the pocket gold is pot of, however it go. Yeah, nah, it's a dub. That don't even make no sense. It's not even worth it. You might as well just, right? If only for one night. That's it. You know what I mean? Keep it moving. Facts. Fendi. Factory.
Thank you for vibing with me. Appreciate all of you. My viewers, my fans, my family, my friends. Thank you for your time. If you enjoyed the content, do me a favor. Like and subscribe. Peace.